Not as the actual wedding photographer, obviously. He's not insane. How would that have even worked? I was in the wedding. Did you really think that my brother, a learned man, mind you, would trust me and my goofy-ass film photography to take pictures on the biggest day of his life? Is that why you clicked on this video? First of all, thank you. Second of all, let me just say, because my brother, Aaron, this is him, supports my artistic endeavors, he said I could bring my camera and take as many pictures and as much video as I wanted, so long as it didn't interfere with my duties as his right honorable best man. And that privilege extended to the bachelor party, which was incredible foresight on his part. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. First we have to get there. Yeah. Katie and I got in earlier than most, and as it turns out, most people don't have Juneteenth off. So we ended up with a free day right at the beginning of the trip. We spent it sweating our asses off, walking around Milwaukee's historic 3rd Ward. It's where I shot a roll of Ektachrome in the Mamiya. I made a whole ambient video about it. You should definitely go watch it after you finish this one. But unbeknownst to you, until right now, I was also working through a roll of ProImage 100 in the Nikon AD3, my primary kit for the weekend. Back on my bullshit. A few good images for sure, but the heat stroke definitely wasn't helping. After Aaron and Delaney were finally free from work, we met up with them and some of Delaney's family at probably the coolest restaurant I've ever been to.
Restaurant and Music Palace.
This is gonna be good for your video.
This is awesome. Tavern pizza, pitchers of beer, arcade games, and a live organist. Name a better combination. Oh wait, all that plus Cop's custard.
Make it a narrator. Oh, come on. Come on, give the people what they want.
After sleeping off the pizza and seeing whatever the dairy equivalent of the Hat Man is, we kicked off the bachelor party with none other than the champagne of beers, which I've always felt is a little bit of an aspirational slogan.
Going on a beer tour. Again.
Welcome to MTV Cribs. This is my crib. It's called Miller Valley. Miller High Life, the champagne of beers. You ever heard of it?
This was the 80s, originally Allstate, but Steve and Sarah had a fantastic idea to walk on a beautiful...
for them. Something happened in 1919. Anyone know? Prohibition! Yeah! Woo! Just kidding. No. Who? Unfortunately, things didn't go well for them, and they went bankrupt a few have settled here in the Miller Valley.
I can promise you, nobody calls it that.
We have 3 stations, so again, 3 times 16 million, that's how many cameras we have here.
Okay, this stuff was really good. Like a more beer-forward summer shandy.
Look at that. It's all foam.
That's what I like. I like it that way. It's all.
Okay, just do this. He loves this transition. That's your favorite transition? Yeah.
No.
And then the next time we'll be like at the next location.
Hey guys, welcome back.
It wasn't as good as the Anheuser-Busch tour, but they did give us more samples, so that's a trade-off I'm willing to take. Following dinner, the plan for the rest of the night was a bar crawl through some of Aaron's favorite spots. Stop number 1 was Landmark Lanes.
Iron Man. Yes. Oh, okay. Yes, it goes underwater and it survives.
Following bar number 1, we bid farewell to the dads because they're responsible adults who've learned to respect their bodies, and more importantly, their livers. It was also here that Reed decided to just run to the next bar instead of waiting for an Uber, just because. If you know Reed, that's just kind of what he does. It was at Fink's where we participated in the time-honored tradition of pull-tab gambling to rousing success.
Oh, it's like $99 to me. Winner, winner, big winner.
And then obviously we immediately turned it back into alcohol.
That's a tiny ass tree. Dude. Do a cartwheel. Do a cartwheel. Do a cartwheel. I'll do my best. Oh, I'm getting out. Do a cartwheel. Wow. Okay, that was alright. Whoa. Nice shit. Let's go. Yeah. Try here, Sean.
What is this?
It's a video.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, holy! Oh my god! I was like, how are you hanging? Where are your feet?
Go and do a flip.
I won the bucket.
Cartwheel? Come on.
With the night winding down, we walked, or more accurately stumbled, to the main event. Aaron wasn't going to be satisfied until we closed Wolski's. While waiting for our free bumper stickers, I cashed out the ProImage and reloaded with some Portra 400. I'm glad I still have a whole pack of this stuff because ProImage is impressive. True to life colors at a price that won't break the bank. As long as you're okay only buying Pro packs, which should be fine considering it's designed to be stable at and above room temperature. The low ISO can be a little limiting unless you're shooting midday or with direct flash, but I think it's a worthy trade-off for the extra sharpness.
Alright, you guys stand still and I'll... Oh, no. God.
Aaron, let me see your t-shirt.
I closed Wolski's. You see that? Hey, turn that little camera around. Turn that little camera around. That's right. See what it says? That's right.
I closed Wolski's. We closed Wolski's.
We closed Wolski's. There's no good trees, man. That's a good tree. You give me a good tree, I'll climb it. Okay, Adam, come on, keep going. Okay, that's 2. Let's go! Keep going. 10, bro.
I started counting so much later.
Not as Aaron. Come on, Aaron. Come on, Aaron. Come on, Aaron. Get it. Oh, let's go. 2. Go, come on. Go.
Hi, if you stop, you're done.
Go! Go!
Yeah, Seamus.
Yeah. I couldn't do it.
The acquisition of our trophies and our alcohol-soaked stomachs demanded a feast. And at 2 a.m., there's really only one option.
You a big Heidi Klum fan? She's probably one of the most interesting judges to watch. Yeah. Hey, Let League subscribers, watch, what's it called? Project Runway on Hulu. Heidi Klum is a good judge.
And then the boys wanted to walk to the lakefront for some reason. I don't know, the memories after the pizza are a little blurry.
Adam, you're doing the opposite of what I said to do. That'd be wild.
Luckily, the next morning we all woke up with our bodies and memories mostly intact.
This guy closed Wolski's.
Okay, flip the camera around. This guy closed Wolski's.
Ah, the sounds of the city.
A real film moment.
After breakfast, we met up with our parents and filled them in on most of the details from the previous night. And then after a nap long enough to allow the weather to do a complete 180, we headed out to the lakefront for the all-important rehearsal.
The scene for tomorrow when there's the wedding.
Followed by my favorite part, the rehearsal dinner. Then, finally, the big day was here. While the girls were up bright and early getting their hair and makeup done, the boys had a decidedly slower start to the day.
Seamus, what's your go-to karaoke song? Assuming, you were. Okay, wait.
Ah! Hey!
Bro!
Nice. He's too good.
Oh my god.
Stink.
To me as if to say, hurry boy, she's waiting there for you.
Shout out to the real wedding photographer, Anna. She let me take a look at her Leica and showed me the compact flash that she was using, so I could copy her. This thing is so cool. It's got a built-in transmitter.
Also, you get to keep the stock, so you don't have to return them.
Oh, yeah.
Thank God.
Several hours and bottles of champagne later, when the guys started to look wedding ready, I busted out the Mamiya and shot a roll of Delta 400 Professional. The medium format look on black and white. There's really nothing better. I have to say though, I was really fighting against the limits of 400 ISO. At f2.8, the 80mm Mamiya lens isn't exactly a speed demon. So for the interior lighting, I was struggling against 1/15 of a second handheld. Not ideal. Despite the pair of large windows in the room helping out as best they could, these photos are all borderline underexposed. I also took a few color photos where I made kind of a dumb mistake. I took my portrait orientation photos like this. This is wrong. When you put the flash below the lens, it causes shadows to be cast upwards. In some instances, this doesn't matter. But at other times when you have a subject near a wall, it can tend to make them look like they have big heads. Sorry I messed some of these up, Aaron, but this is why you also intelligently hired a professional photographer who knows what she's doing. I really should have just followed the instructions. Following a trip to the secondary location for the official bridal party photos, I snagged this shot of my sister absolutely posted up. Things were going very well, until we hit a slight snag once we got to the venue. There was no cake, and when they called the bakery, they said that they never received an order for a cake, which was very weird considering Aaron had received multiple confirmations from the bakery that they had the order. But not to worry, I, the best man, was on it. Along with my much more powerful sidekick sister, we made our way to the conveniently placed Whole Foods next door, where we procured a cake from the bakery. When we told them of our plight, they very quickly and expertly, in the highest quality frosting, wrote Aaron and Delaney on the cake, and we were back at the venue within about 15 minutes. But it didn't end up mattering, because the real cake showed up while we were gone. The delivery driver was late, and the bakery systems were too stupid to realize that there's an important step between ready for delivery and delivered. Might I suggest adding a step called out for delivery to the workflow, instead of forgetting that the order ever existed. Anyway, we had the ceremony, it was beautiful, I cried, and I came out of it with a new sister-in-law. And I didn't lose the ring. So mission accomplished. Following the ceremony, I went and grabbed my camera to snag a few photos of the newlyweds. But it was mostly to keep my mind off of the final boss for the evening, my speech. Now, I consider myself a pretty articulate person, but put me in front of a live studio audience and I kind of forget that English is my first and only language. And then add to the fact that the audience is full of people who I know personally, the whole thing was very stressful. So stressful that I'd been writing and rewriting the script for weeks and hadn't actually finished it until about 8 hours before the wedding. So despite all that, and the fact that I was so stressed I could barely eat, it sounds like it went pretty well. I say sounds like because I genuinely have very little memory of actually delivering the speech. But finally, after all the planning, the build-up, the first dances, and the speeches, my obligations were complete, and there was really only one thing left to do: tear it up on the dance floor.
Get it right.
So class, what did we learn this week? You should absolutely use a Gantt chart and other project management tools to plan your wedding. Aaron and Delaney prevented a lot of day of stress simply by putting in the work to meticulously plan ahead of time. Good job, guys. ProImage 100 is a sleeper, and I definitely think you should give it a try. Delta 400 Pro stays winning, and it gave me my best portrait of 2024. Which you would know if you watched my 2024 recap. Direct Flash is back in a big way. It was fun to use some of my festival photography skills at an event closer to home. And finally, you could not pay me enough to shoot a wedding. That is just way too much pressure. Hire the professionals when you need them. But if you're watching this video, I assume you probably already know that. There really are some gems from the whole weekend, both photo and video. And I'm not sure about Aaron, but for me, it's great to have the memories to look back on, even if he found the presence of the camera to be annoying at times. Weddings are supposed to be fun, and the people you surround yourself with can really make or break the whole thing. Thank you so much for watching. Sound off in the comments about your favorite groomsmen and whether or not you think you could take them in a fight. And don't forget to like and subscribe if you liked and subscribed to the video. Also, channel memberships are now available, so if you're in a financially stable position and you want to directly support the channel in exchange for a couple of fun perks and my sincere gratitude, hit the join button below. See you next time. Aaron, give me a transition out.
Okay, just do this, you love